Hello and welcome back to English Shadowing Podcast, your space to listen, repeat, shadow, and learn English at a slow, natural pace. I'm Alex, and I'm happy you're here. In this episode, I speak slowly. I use clear, simple words, and I repeat ideas so you can shadow my voice, practice your speaking, and build your confidence step by step. Today, I want to share a story. My story. It's not about English, no. It's about French. Yes, I learned French step by step, day by day, and I want to tell you how I did it. I will share what worked for me, what was difficult, what I tried, and what changed everything. Maybe my story will motivate you with your English too. So get ready, sit back, and relax. I will speak very slowly, very simply, and I hope very clearly. Let's begin. So, I started learning French a few years ago. I was interested. I was ready. I thought to myself, this will be interesting. I will learn steadily. I had dreams. I wanted to explore new places. I wanted to connect with locals. I wanted to feel at home in another language. But I was wrong. It was not straightforward at first. It was tough. I heard people speak. They smiled. They gestured. They seemed at ease. But me? I just observed. And I grasped nothing. Their words rushed by so quickly, too quickly. It was like a river, just flowing, flowing, and flowing. And I could not grab it, not even one wave. I felt isolated, like I was behind a barrier. And I remained silent. I didn't participate. I didn't attempt not even one phrase. My thoughts stayed locked. My lips stayed sealed. I felt small and I felt anxious. I wondered, maybe this is too much for me. Maybe languages are beyond my reach. But deep inside, something whispered, give it another chance, Alex, just one small effort. So there I was, still anxious, still puzzled, still quiet, but I chose something not grand, just modest. I said to myself, don't aim to grasp it all. Just aim to grasp one element, one word, one sound, one tiny bridge to understanding. So I listened once more. This time I caught a word. Someone said bonjour. It means hello in French. That was all. Just one word, but it felt meaningful. I murmured it softly. Bonjour. I smiled, then I murmured it again. Bonjour. It was basic. It was brief. It was my own. That single word sparked hope. It sparked a small flame. I didn't need a long dialogue. Not yet. I just needed one word to cling to. So I made this my daily path. I listened. I hunted for one little word. And when I found it, I embraced it. I didn't jot it. I didn't force it. I wove it into life. I said it when I rose. I said it when I prepared. I said it while stepping out. One word each day. That was sufficient. I started to feel capable, not flawless, but capable. Because little sparks ignite fires, and that's how my path truly ignited. After days, after weeks, I had a collection of words. Words like bonjour, merci, maison. But I still faced a hurdle. I could hold words, but I couldn't release them like others. I was delayed. My speech was delayed. My ideas were delayed. I could hold the word, but I couldn't deliver it smoothly. It felt like my ideas and my expression were disconnected. Then a turning point arrived. One day, I uncovered a new path, a fresh technique. It was called shadowing. So what is shadowing? It's basic, but very impactful. You hear someone speak, and you speak along at the same time. Not after, not before. Together. Like this? the speaker says, "My name is Alex." And if you'd like, pause and say, "My name is Alex." Together, like a mirror, like a companion, like flowing with the stream. At first, it was unusual. My tongue felt heavy. My mind felt lagging. But I persisted. 1 minute, then 3, then 8. I shadowed daily during commutes, at home in quiet spots, and gradually, something remarkable unfolded. My expression started to accelerate. My mind started to align. I began to sound like French speakers, not impeccable, but more authentic. Shadowing became my ally, a silent mentor always present. I didn't need textbooks. I didn't need structured sessions. Just a voice and my voice in harmony. Now, I want to tell you about a small commitment I made, a personal vow, just for me. It helped more than any technique. Here it is, just 12 minutes, every day. That was my commitment, not an hour, not half an hour, just 12. But every day, 12 minutes of French, that's it, every single day. Sometimes I was drained, sometimes I was overloaded, sometimes I wanted to quit. But I told myself, come on, Alex, just 12 minutes. You can handle 12 minutes. And I did. I listened. I shadowed. I tested new phrases, sometimes in the early light, sometimes during midday, sometimes as night fell. No lofty targets, no intense strain. Just one consistent habit. Just 12 minutes. But 12 minutes every day. That created the transformation. After 1 week, I felt steadier. After 1 month, I retained more. After a few months, I could express more freely. Not because I labored intensely one day, but because I committed every day. That is the power of steady steps. Brief steps, reliable steps, but every day, that was my small commitment. It reshaped everything. So now, after all that persistence, what did I achieve? Did I speak flawless French? No. Did I master every term? No. But I could communicate. I could follow discussions. I could explore places. I could request guidance. I could exchange smiles. I could bond with people in French. That felt extraordinary. I was thankful, not master, but thankful. And I achieved something deeper too. I achieved that language is not a competition. It's not rapid. It's not massive. It's gradual. It's persistent. It's one effort and then the next. I also achieved you don't need an ideal scheme. You don't need faultless rules. You don't need to relocate to another nation. What you need is one small word, one small session, and one small step every day. That's how I strengthened. That's how I succeeded. And now, I want you to trust this. You can do it too. Even if you feel hesitant, even if you feel gradual, even if you feel uncertain, you're not defeated. You're advancing. Reflect in English, say one new phrase today, shadow this podcast tomorrow, and just like me, you will evolve. But my story doesn't end there. Let me tell you more about the early days, when everything felt like a mountain. I remember my first French class. The teacher said simple things, but to me, it was noise. I sat in the back, hoping no one would call on me. My heart beat fast. My hands were cold. I wanted to hide. After class, I walked home alone, thinking, why is this so hard? I have ears, I have a brain, but nothing connects. That night, I lay in bed and stared at the ceiling. I questioned my choice, but the next morning I woke with a quiet resolve. I found a free app with basic words. I played it once, nothing. Twice, a spark. By the third time, I could say one word without thinking. That was my first victory, small but real. It taught me patience. Learning is not a flash, it's a steady glow. As I moved forward, I faced more walls. Vocabulary grew, but sentences didn't. I knew words like house and friend, but putting them together felt like building with slippery blocks. They fell apart. I tried speaking to myself in the mirror. At first, my face looked funny. My voice sounded strange. But I kept at it. One sentence. I opened the door. Then two. I opened the door to my house. Soon, three. I opened the door to my house and see my friend. It was basic, but it built. Shadowing helped here too. I found short clips of people saying everyday things. I played them on loop. I said along until my voice matched theirs. No more strangers. My speech became a partner. This phase showed me the value of repetition. Not boring repeat, but meaningful echo that carves paths in your mind. Then came the real test, talking to others. I joined an online group for learners. My first message, bonjour, comment ça va? Hello, how are you? My fingers shook as I typed. The reply came, bien, et toi? Good? And you? I froze. But I answered, bien aussi, good too. That was it. A tiny exchange, but it felt like crossing a bridge. From there, I spoke more. Short calls, simple chats. Mistakes happened. I said wrong words, mixed tenses. But people understood. They corrected kindly. I learned that errors are steps, not stops. Each mistake was a lesson. I started to enjoy, not fear. This part taught me resilience. Language is alive. It bends, it forgives. Looking back, the daily 12 minutes was my anchor. I set a timer. No excuses. In those minutes, I mixed listening, shadowing, and using. Some days, I reviewed old words. Other days, I added new ones. Rain or shine, tired or fresh, I did it. This consistency turned practice into habit, habit into skill. I tracked my progress in a small notebook. Week 1, 5 words. Month 1, 50 sentences. It was measurable, motivating. I rewarded myself too. A favorite treat after a good session. This kept the fire burning. Now, I speak French in trips with friends from there. It's not native, but it's mine. And the biggest gain? I know learning is possible for anyone. With small daily steps, you transform. But let's go deeper into how I found shadowing. It was by chance. I searched for how to speak faster online. A video popped up. The speaker said a sentence and the tip was to say it with them. I tried. Awkward at first, but after 5 tries, it flowed. I felt a click, my mouth and ears working together. From then, I made it part of my 12 minutes. I chose clips from kids' shows at first, simple and slow. Then news for learners. Then everyday vlogs. Each level up built my speed. Shadowing wasn't just repeat. It was imitation of tone, pause, emotion. It made English feel alive, not flat. For open, I shadowed door scenes, book openings, mind-opening talks. This variety kept it fresh, prevented boredom. Another layer was connecting words to senses. For open, I didn't just say it. I felt the action. The creak of a door, the fresh air rush, the new view. This sensory link made words vivid, hard to forget. I applied it to all vocab. For eat, I thought of tastes, smells. This turned abstract words into tangible memories. No more rote, it was experiential. I also grouped words open door, open book, open mind to see patterns. This web of connections made recall faster than if I had been with mind. Challenges came, of course. Days when words wouldn't stick, when motivation dipped. I had a bad week once, forgot basics. Instead of quitting, I scaled back to 5 minutes, focused on fun clips. It worked. Momentum returned. I learned flexibility is key. Adjust, don't abandon. Community helped too. I joined forums, shared struggles. Other stories showed I'm not alone. One tip from there: use words and sentences right away. It stuck. Successes built over time. First full conversation in French, ordering food. Heart racing, but I did it. Then a chat with a native. Mistakes, yes, but understanding flowed. Each win fueled the next. Now, with English learners like you, I see the same path. Start small, stay steady, connect deeply. Okay, my friends, thank you for listening to my story. I hope it inspires you. I hope it shows the path. This was a special episode. Very slow, very honest. If you liked it, come back soon. Share it with others, like this video, and subscribe to our channel. Next time, we will discover something new together. I'm Alex, and this is English Shadowing Podcast. Until next time, stay patient, stay consistent, and keep trusting your path. Bye for now. Thank you for watching.